Hi, family. I don't even know where to begin. Um, Last week I was feeling very, very overwhelmed. I felt like my faith was being tested. It was definitely being tested. One of my sons was scheduled for surgery Thursday morning. Wednesday night, he became sick and started having pain in his groin area. He just wasn't acting right. And so ultimately, I took him to Children's Hospital where he was admitted. And he and his twin have sickle cell anemia. And there was no fever. There was nothing that could explain what was going on, except they said that, it's more than likely a pain crisis. On top of that, my baby's tooth's hurting him. And so I'm really hoping that the surgery is going to happen because he needs to have this tooth addressed. And that was kind of put on the back burner. I mean, they were giving him morphine, and his mouth was still bothering him. Ultimately, he recovered. He's doing well, and I did not leave that hospital until they pulled that tooth. I wasn't playing. I had to advocate for my son. But in the midst of all that, I felt so overwhelmed, in tears, just frustrated, and then tired because prior to that, he had been getting up in the middle of the night because he was in pain, and so sleep deprived. I ended up calling someone that at a former church that I keep in touch with. She calls me weekly and checks in, and she prays. Her name's Miss Mary. I love her. A matter of fact, I met her through my job when I was doing in the evening. I had signed up on Mondays, every Monday, to do Bible study with the patients. And she and another person would come in and they would do Bible study, and I would participate. And they're like, "You're the only staff that will participate in Bible study. Everyone else just sits there and they're quiet." But I was on a journey. I was just starting my journey with the Most High God. But anyway, so that was 3 years ago now. She still calls me every week, checks on me. And I was trying to think, I need some help here. My faith's being tested. I read my scriptures. I know God's with me, but the enemy was just really on me. And I just needed someone else to come in and pray. And that was Miss Mary. I called, told her what was going on. And she was busy, but she didn't care. She just started, thank you, Holy Spirit. She just started praying for me. And I felt so much better. So much better. And so I just wanted to share that we made it through that. Faith is tested, but don't give up. Keep going. It's going to turn out. My baby is healthy, is fine. Strong little men I have. There's all three of my sons. Super strong, brilliant people. And I'm so proud to be their mom. I truly am. And I'm so thankful to the Most High God for giving me the strength, but also providing certain people that I know I can reach out to at a moment's notice, that's able to pray and talk and lift this up to God. I am truly, truly thankful for that. And so when I post my prayer request, that's what I'm hoping I'm giving to you. I'm praying that, when your faith is being tested, when you feel like giving up, when you think no one's listening, to remind you that God's always there with you. And of course you can talk to him just like I talk to the Most High God, but I wanted some backup. I wanted some other people praying, prayer warriors. God, he encourages us to pray together and pray for one another. And that's what I love doing. And I'm so thankful that God told me, you know what? Put it on prayer requests. See who responds and lift it up in prayer. And whenever I do that, I know that God's in control. And that's why I always respond, lifting this up in prayer. The Most High God's will be done, because we can pray for things that we need and things that we want. But it's God's will that we want in our life. And we want him to make the decision on whether or not that is going to come to pass. And if it's going to come to pass in his timing, that is so important. You want it to be in his perfect timing. He knows what he's doing. He knows your beginning and your ending. And so that's why I always put that. So I'm so thankful to have that. Now, someone had chimed in and said, you know what, you should be telling God, you should be telling people to do this. You should be telling people to do that. And I had wanted to respond, and I did respond to basically say, you know what? I am doing what the Most High God has told me to do. It may not make sense to everybody, and I want to encourage those of you. What you do may not make sense, but if the Most High God has told you to do it, follow through, because He knows what His plan is. I may not know what His plan is. I don't know when He's going to answer your prayer, but I'm going to stand in agreement and lift it up in prayer and hope that God's will will be done. So I just want to remind those of you that get questioned about what you're doing in your ministry and your journey with the Most High God. If God is the one that told you to do it, follow through. Do not waver because someone's questioning or suggesting that you need to do this or you need to do that. The Most High God is the one. He's the manager. He's the top. He's the one that tells me what to do. And it's not going to make sense to everybody, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My main concern is making sure that the Most High God is approving of what I'm doing, that He has told me to do it, and that I'm following through, that I'm not failing Him in any way. And I want you to know the same thing. If the Most High God has given you instructions, follow through. And I know sometimes we think, oh, I got this to do, or I'll wait, or not today. Do your best to follow through, because you have no idea how that is going to help somebody. I know when I post Thank You Holy Spirit, when I post videos in the beginning, actually, way back in the beginning, I used to be like, oh, nobody's responding, or there's not enough views. And now I've grown, and God has completely humbled me, and I realize it's not about me anymore. It's truly about Him and what He has to say and who that's going to reach. It's about Him. And so thank you, Holy Spirit. So now I don't even care if there's one view or one comment. I put it up there because I know that God's going to make sure that whoever needs it will receive it in that perfect moment, in that perfect timing. And I'm thankful for that. And people confirm, I needed that. I needed to hear this. And in the DMs, I'm going to go into the DMs as well. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. But in the DMs, I'm so thankful for God providing me with this page, because there are a lot of stories behind the scenes that play out that just, it humbles me that people feel comfortable talking to me about things that are going on in their lives. Serious issues, traumatic issues. And I'm just like, wow, I'm glad that people feel comfortable with me and know that I'm going to encourage them and direct them. And if I don't have the answers, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to forward them to the Most High God to get the answers. Because I don't always have the answers. I don't even have the answers all the time for myself. I don't know everything, but I'll do my best to try and help. And what I don't know, I'm going to send you to the one that does know. So that's just kind of what I wanted to share. I was going to wait till later on tonight, but I figured, you know what? Somebody's waiting for this message. Yeah. Yep. Pray for each other. It's okay. And when you say you're going to pray, really pray for that person. Because I know people sometimes will say, oh, yeah, yep, I prayed for you. Really pray for them. Really pray for them. Our prayers matter. And encourage one another. Don't break each other down. Lift everybody up. Speak life, not death. Okay, so now I got to think about, well, you know what? The Holy Spirit will let me know what to name this video, but I'm so thankful. I'm thankful that last week has passed. I'm thankful that God's helping me increase my faith when I feel like what's going to happen. That's the first time last week. I think it was just an overabundance of being tired, and just, it was a lot going on, but I'm thankful that I made it through by the grace of God. I'm thankful that my son is healthy. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for this journey. And I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for those of you who continue to message me, who continue to share your testimonies, those of you that continue to support my ministry, those of you that continue to show and provide your unconditional love. Complete strangers show me so much unconditional love, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate it, and I love you right back. Love you right back. So blessings on you, family. Until next time.